In 1935, a quiet town was shockingly stirred when 3 bodies were found in a shallow grave in a little farm located in the Bugle Ranges near Mount Barker. The bodies recovered were Hugh Forbes, a 45-year-old farmer who owned the property, Eva Evelyn Forbes, his 40-year-old wife, and Joyce Forbes, their 16-year-old younger daughter. The family's disappearance came to police's knowledge on September 27, 1935, when Stanley Curnow, Mrs. Forbes' brother, reported their mysterious disappearance. Mr. Forbes' absence was also questioned at a rifle range in Port Adelaide, where he was expected to be present. Daphne, Mr. Forbes' 18-year-old elder daughter, who was also employed in Stanley Curnow's furniture factory, became anxious when her mother's letter, which she would usually receive every Thursday, did not arrive. Her worries grew when his father failed to pick her up over the weekend and drove home together for Joyce's 16th birthday party. The police had visited the Forbes home several times and had searched every corner, including various sheds and a nearby creek. A 22-year-old farm employee named Arthur Durant accompanied them around. He told the police that he had been under Mr. Forbes' employment for a year. When asked about the family's whereabouts, he said that he was at the paddock to look after some sheep when he saw the family leaving the premises in a green-grey family car. He said that he was already informed by Mr. Hughes that they will be leaving and that he should look after the farm for them. This, later on, led the police to believe that he was making up stories to mislead them in their investigation. Finally, on September 30, 1935, the police found a stain and a few unusual marks on a post in the barn. Following these marks, they were led to a recently disturbed heap of manure about 15 yards from the barn. At once, police began to clear away the heap of manure, and beneath it was freshly dug earth. After digging it up, the bodies of Mr. Forbes, his wife, and their younger daughter were found, buried on top of one another. On October 1st, Arthur Durant was arrested. When asked why he had done it, he said that he was mad about his mother's refusal to let Joyce keep him company, and that in the morning of September 24, he had an argument, so he shot Mr. Forbes with a .22 rifle in the cowshed. After hearing the commotion, his wife came running to the shed to aid her husband, so he also shot her. Their daughter, Joyce Forbes, upon seeing her dead parents, tried to flee the scene, but he caught and shot her too. He said that after killing all of them, he went to finish milking the cows, had breakfast, and buried the bodies afterwards, and that he had continued working in the farm like nothing happened until the bodies were discovered. Finally, on February 11, 1936, almost 5 months after the crime happened, Durant was found guilty and was sentenced to imprisonment for life with hard labour. For more crime stories and to book a tour with us, visit ghost-crime-tours.com.au and use the code COWSHED to receive $5 off your next tour.